ARK magic is what that is. I'm knee deep in nothing. Hey, Geeks, Arahli here, and thanks for joining me today as we play some more ARK Survival Evolved. We're here on the Geeks Patreon Genesis 2 server, and you can see we have done some work. So similar to the iron mine, I decided to kind of build out with some platform bits and get a little weird. So we'll kind of go over how some of this stuff works today. I'm going to show you guys some of that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch base. Hey, it's been a little bit. Whew. I guess I shouldn't say that I have a new job, because I still do what I did before, but it's a new setup. I've been over the last couple of weeks transitioning to working from home, which is very different for how I've kind of set stuff up before, and it's kind of like it's kind of required me to figure out a new balance to how I make things in general work. So it's been a little spotty for videos. I apologize. I'm kind of trying to get this new rhythm and figure out what's going to work or not work for life in general, and how to kind of make things work with me and the pup here at home. So yeah, that I think I have at least got kind of a basic rhythm down for how this is going to work for me. Getting used to a new rhythm with how work works in general when you go from working at a physical location in retail to working from home in retail is a little bit weird. So just I pretty much just want to say I'm sorry. It's been it's been a little longer than it should have been for videos and stuff. I've been playing a little bit with Sparrow where I could. We just finished up It Takes Two, so that's done. We have another game called A Way Out, which is like a prison escape kind of dual person kind of thing, kind of like It Takes Two. It looks like, I have no idea. I haven't played it yet. I just know that it kind of looked good and that it would kind of fit that. And I think we're going to try to start streaming that on a regular basis, and then I can get back into doing some content creation. I think we're good now. I just, my workstation is a little weird now. My office where I do all the recording and stuff, I have 3 monitors kind of like across the front of my desk in a curve. And to kind of incorporate work stuff, I have a laptop and 2 monitors for that. So I now I now have 5 monitors hooked up, and I have a laptop that I plug into those other 2 monitors when I'm doing work stuff. So it's I feel a little overwhelmed with screens in my my place now, but I get to work from home, which is fantastic. I get to do more of what I like, which is even better. So now hopefully that means now I will have to find the balance to get more of this, which is the other part of my life that I really enjoy. So thanks for hanging out there with me, Geeks. I know it's been a little bit. I got it. We'll figure it out. It's just been trying to get a pattern and a rhythm kind of going for this stuff. So it takes a little bit of time to do that. So thanks for being with me. We'll get there. Okay, let's look at this ridiculous weird thing that I built, because platform wedges are weird. You can make them do dumb things. So what's down here now is that centerpiece. This centerpiece right here is a wedge that's snapped backwards. So I have a platform. The glass platform is right here. Okay. And then this is another piece snapped backwards off of that. And then these are hollow wedges snapped to that. And then the hollow edges, you've got like some snap points inside them. So in this section, to put things like ceilings, they're not really made to work with regular ceilings at all. So I used triangles and found that there's 2 snap points back here, because there's one for this one and one for this one, that if you separate them, it leaves that beam exposed, and it's not open enough for you to fall through. So cool visual thing. It looks like I should fall through this. Like, let me turn sideways here. It looks, but ARK magic is what that is. I'm knee deep in nothing, but I'm amazingly awesome and can just stand here because I'm so cool. So yeah, it just visually was kind of a place to kind of get, to kind of make this work and line up without kind of overlapping too much into this. I wanted to have a view down to the water from here, which is why I made some of these glass. They're actually still tech triangles, you can see in the title there, but with S plus you can make those look like glass. So I just went for, you know, kind of a pattern to look down there, and I wanted it to be big enough I could land, you know, a skiff or two up here. Which, speaking of, didn't I have a second skiff? Pretty sure I had a second skiff. Oh well. Hey buddy, Midnight, doing good up there? All right, so let me show you kind of what I'm talking about with the weird snappy point bits and what you can do with the S plus stuff. Let me just show you. So we've got some different pieces here. I've got just the regular wedge, I've got an outer wedge, and I've got the glass hollow wedge. They don't just go. You can't just put them any place. They have to have a thing. So like even here, I can't just put it in here. Like, you know, cliff platforms will kind of just snap down. They won't do that. Now this is going to snap to the other things I have built because they have little snap points on them. But like in this, they can't just snap in like a cliff platform. So that's why over here, I started with a cliff platform, which is what this is. So I started with that cliff platform, which gave me snap points to go out backwards from it. They will snap to walls. They'll snap to walls. I have one of each because I couldn't remember for sure. But so we'll just place one of these guys down real quick, and then if we place the wall up here, okay, now it has a thing to snap to. So now we can put this up, and it's going to snap either to the bottom of that wall or to the top of the wall. Now you see it's going like that direction, right? It goes out. It is directional. So you'll have to kind of set it to the way you want it to go. And it may take you having to, you know, like we just set the foundation that way. So let's get on the other side this time. And then when we put it up, it'll go. So, I've already forgotten if that's the correct thing or not. That should be right. So let's go the opposite direction now. I'm gonna switch this back around just because. Oops, we don't need that. Just because I want to be not working, you know, inside my my strider there. Okay, so let's put it back down. Okay, so once one of those is placed, now you can get to the weird stuff. So if you wanted to run one the other direction, you can. So now we've made like this weird diamondy shape out of this, which means, and the other thing you can do with this too is that they snap the other direction. Let me, because they snap inside out. So you can actually make like these big straight landing platforms essentially if you wanted to. Let's get some more of these. Yeah, we'll get 2 more of those. So I can show you what I'm talking about there. So just like these snapped on the ends, they have snap points going the other direction too. So you could do that, or like see we're out here now that it's a longer edge that way. So now we have like a straight run. So you could kind of just go back and forth and have like a big straight piece of this stuff if you wanted to. Which I've done that in a couple of places just to make sure things fit where I wanted them to. But it's neat because you can make a big platform with pretty small amounts of pieces for that stuff. Those same snap points work for the hollow ones. So you've got this snap point that way. Let's see if we can get the other one. Oh, and that one's trying to snap off of that piece. So that's snap there. Okay. So now we've got the 2 different ways you can snap this too. So on Iron Mine, this one right here is what I use to make those kind of wedges off the Lodestar edge. Is this? I put 2 of those in back to back to make that, which I'll show you again in just a second too. We'll take that one down and show you. But you can kind of see though, you've got 2 different ways to make things like snap with this now. One of them is going to continue this will continue the angular look, right? Where this one continues kind of that straight line look. So if you kind of like alternate back and forth with this, you get a different look out of it. So let's pick this one up first. I'll kind of show you both of those. Gotta be careful because it's really easy to just fall off these. Okay, so the way we did, the way that we had done the Lodestar. Well, let's see if I can get this to... It's a little weird to get it to snap. Okay, so this is how we did Lodestar, just like this. So we've got the one center edge, and then I turned those other ones inside out. Okay, so that's how you kind of get that weird little triangular, not the triangular, but you know what I'm saying, like that kind of that weird shape out here. And then on the inside, I kind of just built back with these pieces here as well. So you've got spots for these wedges to fit in as well. So I essentially kind of just built like this for each of them to kind of give myself a base back this direction. This gets, with the metal, it gets real weird looking. Because it likes to kind of like, it's trying to shake while it's doing stuff. Because you get kind of that texture jumping. That doesn't happen as much with the tech stuff. Whoops, see, that's what I'm talking about, you gotta be careful with. Let's pull this one back down too. And then they're all set up so you can't really use the gun on this stuff, which is good, because if you were to pick that up, you'd lose everything, which sucks. So that's the basics to get that kind of a shape, like we have for Lodestar. Let's pull up these guys, and we'll do it the other direction. And you kind of see the neat thing. So I mean, that's the cool thing with this. Anything that we have for building pieces, it's always interesting just to find kind of the weird ways to make them work the way you want. So we want to go this way this time. You'll look out that way and snap. And then this one, we've got to come from this side to make it snap, I think. Ooh, are you going to? So we want that out there. We just don't want to attach. There we go. We want it so it's attached out this way. So now you see you've got kind of like a straight line coming out for it. So it's some weird stuff you can do to have those pieces kind of stick out like that. But it kind of gives you like a really neat way to make it look however you want to. And now, you know what, we should try it just because I haven't yet, but we should definitely try it. Hold on. Because S Plus has given us this silly starter stuff. We should see about putting this in like a really weird position. But so yeah, like you can kind of just get these really cool shapes, which will let you you have to kind of get creative with how you make things fit on the inside. Because like I said, obviously over here, you can see that like we ended up with that weird gap for it. I mean, it works. Visually, it lines up pretty nicely. And because thankfully you can't fall through it, it's not that big of a deal. There's another spot in those like this too, by the way, that if I could put another couple triangles in here, but then they kind of show through this section, and I found that this is just small enough that you don't fall through it either. Okay, so let's just because it's S Plus and we can try some weird stuff together, let's try that real quick. I actually had another idea for a build thing that I would like to do. I don't know that I'm gonna do it here just because I have this built now. I may I already have like a weird platforming base thing, so I might relocate and build a different base here, and just pick everything up and move. We'll see. We'll see. We're also getting close to the point that we're gonna probably turn on the storyline servers again for the Geeks, which means we get back into doing some more of the storyline. Okay, so this is going to take me a second to remember how to do this exactly what I want to. So we want to adjust position. Okay, no, that one's fine at 0. We actually want to tilt this thing. No, that's fine at 0. Rotation. Oops. Yeah. So were we to put this at 90, and then, well, we wanted to then bring it up from there. I just want to make sure that it's high enough up that everything fits like we want it to kind of. So, because we can do weird things like this with the starter block. Okay, that's gonna be real dumb. Uh-huh. And then one of these. Oh, it's going the wrong way. Okay. So, oops. So we actually need to have that piece on the bottom. So let's make another starter block. Oh, this game can do some very silly things. Yeah, I love S Plus. As much as S Plus can complicate my life as a oh crap, which side was up or down? As much as S Plus can complicate my life as someone that actually runs my servers, like, you know, I try pretty hard to not have the Geeks be overly. Okay, is that? I need it the other way. I try to make so the Geeks aren't like overly easy. I don't want like face rolling easy. So like we keep things kind of difficult. We're just gonna. This is gonna come out way more than it should, just to be on the safe side. So like I try to keep stuff, you know, vanilla is not the right word. I don't keep it vanilla, but I try to keep there to be some challenge in the game. And S Plus can add some things that that really muck with that. Okay, the bottom over here is the one we want. Yeah, okay. So I have to, like, every time there's an S Plus update, I have to. Okay. Every time there's an S Plus update, I have to go through and see if there's stuff I feel like I need to turn off until I can kind of see how they work. This is great. I'm gonna need to get up there, I think. Hey, Tech Strider, buddy. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's see. Yeah, I have to go through and kind of figure out if there's things that I want to keep or get rid of all the time. This is gonna be so good. Look at this ridiculous thing. So yeah, and, you know, S Plus, I love the mod. It makes things work so, there's just so much weird stuff you can do, and it makes things easier. It does make things overly easy sometimes, but it lets you do weird things. And like, when you have a building system like ARK, you gotta have fun with the weird stuff sometimes. Yeah. So I think because we have no foundation support turned on, that I can take this away. No. Oh yeah. Fantastic. So now we just have a weird thing. Platform register inside. S Plus does some weird stuff, man. So now the question is, if we put walls and stuff in. I mean, I can walk on walls and stuff, right? Can you not? I can't remember. Nope. So now you whoop. So it's not like you can build a base or anything with this, but pretty fun. Oh, too much. I want just enough to start sliding. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Whoa. So yeah, I guess we could make weird. I mean, theoretically, you could make some, if you figured out the angles, you could make some weird pyramid type stuff with this. What happens if we try to do this now? Yeah, okay. Oh, I need to get rid of the wall because it's going to snap to the wall. Okay. So I can just kind of continue it out. I guess that's an interesting way you could make a wall for your base. For your base. It wouldn't be like horribly expensive. You could just make a real weird wall this way. The problem is when you get to this part, you'd have to have already placed another piece. Otherwise, it's going to want to snap upwards for it. So you have to essentially have the other piece already placed to be able to kind of place this one back that direction. This game. It's so good. Here, let's take this down. All right, anyway, so that's little update as to what's going on with the whole life and kind of why there has been a bit of a lack of videos. We should be nearing the end of that now. Obviously, we got to play some New World for a little bit. We streamed a little bit. There's a lot of that we'll be doing once that comes out. Obviously, there's more ARK. We got the storyline stuff coming up. But yeah, if there's other games you guys think about, let me know. Monkey is going to be playing Portal, I think, soon. He's never played Portal. I told him that once he was done with Portal 1 and Portal 2 that we would play the co-op stuff with him. So we might try to get into a relatively regular stream cycle with him for that. Try to do some streaming with Sparrow. Figure some stuff out with Fox. I will tell you, I've had a weird urge recently that I've indulged a bit on Discord, but not here. To play Grand Theft Auto 5 again. I played that on my PlayStation 3 way back when it first came out and loved playing it all the way through and all the online stuff. So we might do that. We might play some Grand Theft Auto on here. Let me know what you think, I guess. There's just gonna be some silly streams if we play that stuff, but it's been entertaining. And if you guys don't, if you don't know this about Fox, you should. He is definitely an agent of chaos. I mean, when we do mission stuff, it's great because he focuses on that. Otherwise, it's cops and explosions all the time. That's just how it works. So, yeah. All right, so, yep, so here's the basics, though. Let's get up here again, get a view of another kind of platformy deal that came out of the S Plus craziness. So, obviously, you can do some real weird but real cool-looking stuff out of that. You guys have seen Lodestar, the base over in Iron Mine. If you haven't, check that out, because that's probably one of my favorite kind of odd builds. And it's the first time really using too much tech that I've kind of enjoyed. And then with things like this, things like the starter block, you can now do weird things like this. Because why not? Oh. You know what? Before we go, I'm going to try one more thing, because... Because why not break everything? Can we snap? Can we snap platform bits to skiffs? What do you think? You can't. Now, skiffs are notorious for being a little bit rough to put this stuff on. Well, build anything really, but the fact that I can build out tells me I could probably put some other pieces on. Here we go the other way too. Oh, oh maybe not. Of course, of course. Oh, S Plus, you do some ridiculous stuff. Well, we've officially ruined skiffs even more by being able to do dumb things like that. Ooh, okay. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode of just weird things with platform wedges, because that's what you can do. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like below. You can always subscribe for more content, and I will catch you on the flip side someplace. Let me know what you think about other games. What do you think would be fun other than, I mean, obviously we'll get back some more of our ARK stuff. What else do you think would be fun to play over here, guys? All right, I'll catch you on the flip side.
Hello there!